Thank you, everyone, and welcome to ifaw's first online conference for academic writing, blurring the lines academic, professional, and popular writing. My name is Tzipora Rakezon, and I'm head of academic writing at the Technion and an active member of ifaw. As chair of this conference, I will guide you through today's presentations and activities. Despite the serious situation around the world, I am so glad that we are able to meet virtually, and I wish you all lots of health. I hope that in the future, we will be able to meet in person. When we realized that our original plan for a 2-day conference in sunny Tel Aviv was not going to happen, we right away decided to go online so we could give our wonderful participants a chance to share all of their valuable work. We are so excited to have 3 great keynote speakers. Hilary Glassman Diehl, who will talk about how EAP is becoming a much broader, more important discipline of academic communication. Helen Sword, who will inspire you immediately to plan a gather and write session, even online. And Noam Lemostrich-Latar, who will make you think about whether we as humans will always be better writers and more creative than robots, or will robots outdo us? I won't give away the answer. I would like to thank them for their inspiring work, and I'm sure you will enjoy their presentations. Throughout the day, you can follow our online interactive program to guide you through the sessions you would like to hear. The program is entirely clickable with links to each session. We also have breaks planned throughout the day, including virtual tours in Israel, yoga that you can do just from a chair, and lunchtime. During our lunch break, the chat will be open for people to communicate freely. And don't forget at the end of each break to come back for more presentations and ideas. At the end of the day, we will have a cocktail closing during which we will help you make your own drink to help celebrate the end of an exciting day together. I do want to quickly remind you, and especially our session chairs, that we will try our best to stick to our time schedule. Before we get started, I would also like to quickly thank all of our presenters from Israel and around the world, as well as the hundreds of participants that we have today. A special thank you to the steering committee of ifaw, Professor Chen Schechter, head of the Moffatt Institute of Israel, and all of our partners at Moffatt, the host of our conference, and ASSET, Innovative Teaching and Lifelong Learning Projects, and all of you around the world. Now, I would like to introduce Professor Chen Schechter, head of the Moffatt Institute of Israel, who will continue our opening session.
Thank you very much, everybody, and welcome to the first online academic writing conference hosted by Moffatt Institute. I'm really glad to see all of you from different places in the world. And I know that there are more than 54, 55, 60 countries, so probably it's not only good morning, but we are in different time zones. So I really want to welcome you all. And it's a really challenging time, but I'm happy that we can host this conference focusing on academic writing. We have so many things going on in Moffatt Institute concerning and focusing on academic writing, such as press, books, journal, academic courses, and etc. So we are very interested and very hopeful that this will be a very insightful conference for you. And I'm really looking forward, and as was said before, to the lunchtime and virtual tour. So you will see also places in Israel. So thank you, all of you. And I would like to thank also Dr. Arielle Friedman and all the staff that put together a wonderful study day. And I'm wishing you all the best and insightful day. Thank you.
The Institute provides writing frameworks, most of which are refereed. The aim of these frameworks is to transform personal, theoretical, and practical knowledge into public knowledge.
The main part of the department is the publishing house. It both publishes books written by teacher educators and accompanies the process of writing the books with financial help, but also and mainly academic help that is given by the academic editors of the department who walk hand in hand with the writers until the book is published.
Thank you, Professor Chen Schechter. And now I'd like to introduce Professor Dorit Alt of Asset and the Kinneret College of the Sea of Galilee, Israel.
Good morning and welcome to the first online academic writing conference. This conference is the fruit of a joint effort of three organizations, ifaw, the Moffatt Institute, and Asset Project coordinated by the Kinneret Academic College. A few words about Asset and how it links into this conference. Asset, which means assessment tools for higher education learning environments, is an Erasmus Plus joint project, including 13 partners from Europe, Georgia, and Israel, co-funded by the European Commission. Asset Consortium provides the knowledge and the pedagogical expertise aimed at developing and piloting creative and innovative assessment tools and methods adapted to the learning environments in use, and improving the impact of formative assessment tools, which is an assessment for learning rather than of learning. Thus, we would like in this project to bridge the gap between the current educational goals and outcomes of teaching, learning, and assessment process based on principles set by the Bologna process. The broad aim of Asset Project is to contribute to the improvement of higher education through the development of more flexible and more responsive assessment tools that support curriculum development and courses so as to meet the graduates' needs. In order to do so, this project, which is currently at its last phase, developed and adapted several teaching and assessment tools that will be presented to you during this conference, and more specific, their contribution to effective formal and non-formal academic writing will be discussed. I would like to thank my partners from Israel, Georgia, Germany, Austria, Estonia, and Ireland, who were willing to happily contribute to this important conference, to ifaw for your collaboration, and the Moffatt team, what a team, for being dedicated and professional and making this miracle happen. I wish you all fruitful discussions throughout the day and invite you to visit our portal, which will appear right now at the chat. At the chat, you can find the link to the portal, and you can find more elaborated materials of our tools adapted and developed throughout the project. So thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you, Professor Dorit Alt. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Arielle Friedman of the Moffatt Institute of Israel and Oranim College.
Do you hear me?
Arielle, you can open the video and then we can see you.
Sorry. I'm happy to welcome you for this special international conference with participants from 55 countries, including Israel. You will meet in this virtual meeting more than 800 participants, and in the conference we have 100 papers presented in lectures, workshops, and posters, 31 parallel sessions, 6 time slots in 5 rooms. And also we have 3 keynote speakers on webinars, while the rest of the sessions will be Zoom-based. As Tzipora said before, this conference was originally planned as a common face-to-face international conference, but as you know, due to COVID-19 crisis, we performed what is now called agility and created this virtual meeting with its pros and cons. But I can assure you that with the support of my special and dedicated team of the Moffatt Institute, Lior, Sha'ana, and Neta, we are going to have a very interesting conference. It is my pleasure to thank also the steering committee all the steering committee, and especially Tzipora, Monica, and Daniel for their leadership, and Moffatt support team, especially Yoav, Ido, and Ilan. There are two activities we hope that will ease you through this concentrated day, especially the yoga class before lunch break, and the other one is fixing your own real cocktail with instruction over the Zoom. Enjoy the conference and see you in all the sessions. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Arielle Friedman. Before I introduce our first keynote speaker, during the keynote talk, you can add your questions to the Q&A on Zoom. At the bottom, you have Q&A. You can add your questions as you think of them and leave the chat for other small conversation. We hopefully at the end, we will have some time to take a few questions. On that note, I would like to introduce Hilary Glassman Diehl, who I've had the honor to meet and consult with over the last few years. Hilary teaches academic STEM communication at the Center for Academic English at Imperial College, London. Her primary focus is on research writing for doctoral students, postdocs, and academic staff. Hilary is the author of the book, Science Research Writing.